Okay, everybody calm down. The secret police are not going to come and arrest you for using YouTube. Everybody just come. You don't know what I'm talking about? Let me explain, right? Tons of emails since yesterday's and Twitter's, mostly Twitter, right? What great social media. Warning about this new article by this guy named Toshi Nakamura. Toshi Nakamura, trying to look up stuff on this guy. I can't find anything about him. There's a bunch of Toshi Nakamuras on YouTube, on Facebook. Can't find this guy. Anyway, everyone's panicking. The headline is, YouTube, come October, YouTube could be outlawed in Japan. Now, back last year, everyone was panicking about SOPA and PIPA, and I knew this was never going to pass, and people were like, why don't you make a video? You're going to fight! I knew, why am I going to waste my time? There's tons of other people doing videos on that. Everyone seems to be panicking about this particular new law, so I'm going to tell everyone, just calm down, and but first of all, calm down and move on, okay? There's nothing to see here. Just move along, go back to your pornography or booty spanking videos or fight videos, whatever you're doing on YouTube, whatever, go back to that. However, if you are interested in the details, please stick around and I will fill you in. Me and Iggy here. That's Iggy, not Maggie. If you don't know who Iggy is, don't worry about it. It means you're not a nerd. Anyway, I read the article, but I couldn't believe it, right? I'm like, it's not going to be legal. That's impossible. So I went and I checked out the original article, which I will link in the description below. And I went through the original article, which is in Japanese, and I read all the details about it. Let me just explain, okay? On the 15th, the upper house in Japan, the Sangiin, the upper house, they submitted a bill to revise the copyright laws here in Japan, and on the 20th, they enacted that bill. They passed the law. That was basically a revision of previous copyright bills, okay? Now, they did this pretty quickly. On the 19th, they got together and they tried to have a conversation about it. They brought in a panel of experts and they weighed the pros and cons, but apparently they didn't really get much no conversation really happened. They tried, but it didn't really work out. So they went ahead and passed the bill. Now, in Japan, there's something called the chosakken. Yeah, chosakken kenka. Okay, chosakken. Anyway.
Anyway じゃない。文化庁著作権課。
That's the Ministry of Cultural Affairs Copyright Division. Now they said, we didn't do this, we have nothing to do with this, we can't really comment on it. Now, the Sangiin, the people who passed this law, they said that this law will not be effective unless there's punishment. They said, 罰則がないと実効性が伴わない, which means if there is no punishment, this will not be effective. So the punishment, if you get caught for this law, which you will not get caught, well, there is, let me explain what is illegal. If you get caught, the punishment is up to 2 years in prison and 2 million yen, which is about $24,000, somewhere around there. Now, what is illegal? You cannot copyright, you cannot download things off the internet onto your computer permanently. You can watch YouTube, you can watch Nico Nico Doga, as long as you're downloading and streaming naturally and only temporarily to your computer, you're fine. However, if you use other software to make copies of DVDs or CDs or download things illegal permanently, or download them and watch them on other instruments, that's bad. Now it says, now YouTube などのプログレッシブダウンロードやストリーミング、I gotta say this in Japanese, ストリーミングについては2年間の法改正時と同じで視聴するだけなら違法には当たりません. That's important. Now, 2 years ago, just like we said 2 years ago in the revised law 2 years ago, if you're just downloading or watching on YouTube or doing something called progressive streaming, I don't know what that is. If you're doing progressive downloading and streaming, like on YouTube, you're going to be fine. That's not against the law. So it says it very clearly. Toshi Nakamura, fearmonger, it's not against the law. You're fine, right? Relax. But, ただ、一時ファイルを別のソフトで視聴したり別の記録媒体に保存したりする場合は違法になるという。However, if you make a different file and listen or watch the media, whatever you're watching, using a different file, or you use some other media to save this, that's illegal. Okay? So, wow, I guess technically you cannot save YouTube videos and put them on your iPod anymore, or iPad anymore, I guess. Technically, I don't know how they're going to get around this. Someone on Twitter, QRanger, said that from now on people will start using PVNs, which is some kind of private network, a way that you can, download. It's called a virtual private network. So whatever that is, if you're still interested in doing this, do that. I don't know what's going to happen to sites like keepvid.com. I guess in Japan, technically, you should not use those. Though there are a lot of videos on YouTube that are not copyrighted. Oh yeah, the other thing is, it's only illegal if the copyright owner complains. So you've still got to get a copyright notice, apparently. Okay? Anyway, it's not a big deal. A lot of vocabulary I'll put in this description for those of you who are interested in Japanese and learning, things like that. But everyone else, just calm down, and you can retweet this, send it out to people, tell them, hey, Victor, king of morons, give me a flake man, says, calm down. You may now go back to your regular scheduled surfing. See you later, guys.
10月から法律が変わるから皆さん気をつけてくださいね。